So I'm making a girl. So I'm going to send her one. So if you guys want to pair, yeah. I just want to take it over for and then give me your number, and then I'll actually make it. Just wait a pair for they sew them in the pants. So those are I mean, underwear and pants. It's leg sleeves and I mean, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. But if you guys, you'll never wear anything else. It's so amazing. Size was? Size of you? Waist. So I'm going to send them to you. So I'm just going to send all the rankings over here. Oh, yeah. They make by hand. And I need testers. So we have 10 guys that have already tried, and then 4 girls. Which has no
Assistant Athletic Trainer for the Giants, and also the chair of the PFATS Hall of Fame Committee. Justin Marr from the Giants.
Thank you. I'd like to first thank my committee members on the PFATS Hall of Fame Committee, and also this PFATS Honors event. So far it's spectacular, so thanks everyone. You all know who you are. I appreciate all your hard work. As we induct our second class of the Professional Football Athletic Trainers Society Hall of Fame, we could not have imagined a more distinguished and revered group of men. These former PFATS and professional football athletic trainers embody just what it means to provide best-in-class health care to the athletes that we serve and they serve. They have dedicated most of their lives to the profession of athletic training and the organizations they work for. They are among the most recognized and respected members of our professional society, and we consider them members of our family. They embody what it truly meant to be a professional football athletic trainers by carrying out our society's slogan, PFATS cares to make a difference. Bob, Bubba, and Lindsay will also receive the Award of Excellence from the Professional Football Hall of Fame and be honored this July in Canton, Ohio. So I'd like to bring up Mike Ryan again to introduce each of these members.
And I'm honored to do so. First, Bob Reese. Bob received his undergraduate degree from Purdue University in 1970 under the tutelage of the legendary Pinky Newell. Following graduation, Bob was hired at Boston College, where he became the youngest head athletic trainer in the country. In 1972, he moved on to Buffalo Bills, where he served 5 seasons as an assistant under legendary Ed Abramowski. He was named head athletic trainer for the Jets in 1977, where he served until 1996. Bob, along with assistants Pepper Burris and Joe Patton, were the first recipients of the Ed Block Athletic Training Staff of the Year Award in 1985. And in 1994, he was also recognized by the NATA as the Most Distinguished Athletic Trainer Award. Bob Reese also was a premier recipient of the Vane Kane Memorial Award for Outstanding Athletic Trainer in 1996. Bob serves as a PFATS in many roles: AFC representative, secretary, treasurer, as well as president. At the Jets in 1978, Bob and his assistant athletic trainer Pepper Burris initiated and directed the first mass pre-draft screening of college players that evolved into the current NFL Combine physicals. Later, at his request for the NFL Commissioner Tagliabue, Bob instituted the NFL Concussion Committee, where he served also as a secretary from 1994 and 1995. Bob received the NFL Commissioner the chair for the first NFL league-wide injury survey from 1975 to 1982. Bob followed his interest in sports psychology and earned a master's degree from Regis University in 1998 and currently has his PhD from Virginia Tech in 2005. He is currently the professor of psychology at Radford University, where he teaches psychology exclusively online. He is a published author and researcher in the field, where he takes pride in teaching and has been involved in many voting of the E-Teacher of the Year Award twice, and is consistently nominated for other faculty excellent awards in teaching, advising, student scholarship development. So, inducted into the 2023 first member, Bob Reese from the New York Jets.
Billy Bowman into the league office with the concussion committee. But there you have my apology. The other thing I want to talk about before I sit down is legacy. And some of that I feel here. The Buffalo Bills trainers, great job, guys. And I feel that I'm part of that legacy too, because I worked there for 5 years under Eddie Abramowski. And so Buffalo's always been close to my heart, even when I moved to the Jets. And then to see Flea, that's a legacy too in Green Bay, because Pepper Burris was my first assistant at the Jets and worked with me for 16 years before he went on to Green Bay. And then recently retired, and they're in great hands there in Green Bay. And I want to thank my colleagues over here. We'll start with Lindsy. He went to bat for us at the Super Bowl way back in the 70s, 80s. When was that Super Bowl? 80s, mid-80s. When Coca-Cola was trying to move in, and we had somehow sold our sidelines that we had no ownership of to Gatorade. But we did that, and Coca-Cola wanted to get in on the sidelines for that Super Bowl. And Lindsy did a great job of trying to head them off. And then Bubba and I were AFC, NFC reps with the original National Football League Athletic Trainers Society. And we were part of the transition when we turned it into the professional football athletic trainers. And I followed him as president and followed his lead, and he did a great job for us. And I'm just so proud of you guys, all of you. And the size of the staffs, and to see the women and the people of color. Thank God. I was getting tired of Barnes being the only black guy. Thank you a lot.
Bob, I'd like to present you with this beautiful crystal trophy.
Next recipient, Bubba Tyer. Bubba went to Lamar Tech in Beaumont, where he worked under the great Bobby Gunn. After graduating from college in 1967, he joined the Marine Corps. Gunn, a former Marine, helped Tyer land a job as an athletic trainer for the Marine Corps with varsity sports in Quantico. He spent 3 years there before joining the Redskins as an assistant athletic trainer in 1971, when Gunn became the head athletic trainer for George Allen's first season. Bubba was named head athletic trainer in 1976 and retried it briefly after a 2002 season, but came back when Joe Gibbs returned for a second Corps duty. Bubba continued as a director of sports medicine for the only team he worked for 38 seasons, 602 regular season games, 5 Super Bowl appearances, and 3 World Championships. Bubba served as the second president for PFATS. He was a recipient of the Fane K Memorial Award for the NFL Physicians in 2004 and the Ed Block Staff of the Year recipient in 1995. In 2003, Bubba was inducted into the Redskins Ring of Honor at FedEx Field, When he retired after the 2008 season, team owner Dan Snyder said, quote, "No one has given more to the Redskins than Bubba. More time, more help, more support, and more love." Unquote. Very well said. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome Bubba Tyer to the 2023.
He just read about half my speech. In 1971, Bobby Gunn, a college trainer, became the head trainer of the Redskins, and he wanted me to come as an assistant, but I had to come up to fly up to Washington to meet George Allen and visit and be interviewed. And I did, and it was quite an interview. And after it was over, Coach Allen stood up and he put his hand out, and he didn't say a word if I had the job or didn't have the job. And there was a long pause there, and I thought, oh gosh, this is bad. He's shaking me hands to say goodbye. But at any rate, he did hire me. He tells me, go down to the hall and check in with the business manager. So I go down there, and I'm excited. I run down to there, find this real old guy sitting behind the biggest desk you've ever seen. And I said, sir, I said, I'm Bubba Tyer. Coach Allen just hired me as an assistant trainer, the first trainer, assistant for the Redskins in their history. He said, trainer, we're up there, you know what? And as a trainer, he had Bobby and the original trainer for the Redskins, Joe Cuso, and then now me. So, at any rate, that's how my career got started. One day, in an hour's time, I thought I got hired here and fired over here. Worked out good. But in my 38 years, the first half of my career was pretty good. It was kind of like a Rick Burkholder season. We played 5 Super Bowls. We won 3. We played an NFC game against Lindsay and lost that game. We played in 30 playoff games in that period of time. The second half of my, and then the other thing that goes with winning, I got to shake the hand of 5 presidents in the United States. And that was quite an accomplishment, and people in my hometown are still talking about it. But at any rate, second half of my career, not so good. It came down to earth. We spent 5 #1 picks over those years trying to get the franchise quarterback, and never got it. So, at any rate. What I'd like to say that I'm most proud of are my assistant trainers. I had great assistants. Over the years, I had 6 assistants. 5 of them went on to be head trainers in the league. And the 6th person I'm most proud of, married with 2 children. He went back to school to become a nurse practitioner. And now he's flying helicopters in upstate New York on rescue missions and emergency runs. So, at any rate, and then my team doctors, I had 2 primary doctors, Don Nolan and now Tony Castellaro, who is still the team doctor. We were a good team, and 6 orthopedic surgeons over those 38 years. But at any rate, what I do now, I've been retired 14 years, and I'm still active with our alumni group. I think the league has changed it from being alumni, we're legends. So, at any rate, I do a lot of charity work with those guys. I see one player in particular that's in a memory care unit. Played 17 years in the league. He's 5'9", 172 pounds, and at any rate, he's a handful. But it's really rewarding to be able to do that. And so that's my story. At any rate, thank you all very much. Thank you.
And our last inductee tonight is Lindsy McClean. He's a legendary athletic trainer with over 40 years of experience in the college and professional football settings. He began his career as a student athletic trainer at Vanderbilt University in 1956. Lindsy started his career as an assistant athletic trainer at the University of Michigan from 1961 to 1963. In 1963, he was named as a head athletic trainer and director of physical therapy at the University of California, Santa Barbara from 1963 to 1965. He was then named an athletic trainer and assistant professor at San Jose State College in 1965. McClean then became head athletic trainer at the University of Michigan for 11 seasons from 1968 to 79. While at Michigan, Lindsy was named the first co-chairman of the National Athletic Trainers Association Board of Certification. Lindsy was instrumental in developing certification standards for the profession of athletic training. He was also a member of the athletic training staff for the 1976 Winter Olympics in Austria. In 1979, he became the head athletic trainer for the 49ers for a position he held for 24 years where he earned, get this, 5 Super Bowl championships. Lindsy served on many committees for the NATA, receiving numerous awards for his excellence. Lindsy McClean was inducted into the NATA Hall of Fame in 1998, received the Fane K Memorial Award from the NFL Physicians Society in 2008. He was the Ed Block Athletic Training Staff of the Year recipient in 2001 and the Tim Kern Award for Athletic Trainer Excellence in 2007. The Tennessee native attended Hillsborough High School and then Vanderbilt before starting his outstanding career. Ladies and gentlemen, the third inductee for the PFATS class of 2023, Lindsy McClean from the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, I don't know what to say. I didn't expect this honor. I'm not sure why I'm here, but I'm very appreciative and grateful. I'm humbled, knowing the many worthy nominees the committee could have chosen from, and I'm stunned, but honestly, all I ever wanted to do is just do my job and not get fired. I especially want to thank Steve Antonopoulos, Kent Fobb, and Hal Wyatt for their role in all of this. Back in 1979, Antonopoulos was an assistant at Denver waiting for a head trainer to retire, and he decided not to interview at the 49ers when they approached him about it. When I was at the University of Michigan, and I loved my job there, I said, I just don't know what I should do. And I called Kent Fobb. I was laying in a fetal position in my condo in Ann Arbor for 3 days, and I said, what should I do, Kent? And he said, you know, come to the NFL. And then when I got to the 49ers, Hal Wyatt was there, and he taught me how to be an NFL athletic trainer rather than a college guy, and I appreciate that. What made my decision easy was the money. I was offered $27,500 to take the 49er job, and I was only making $20,000 at Michigan, and I thought I was doing pretty well until I got to the Bay Area and found out the housing costs were twice as high. I want to especially thank my assistants. John Miller, a recipient of the PFATS Distinguished Alumni Award, Fred Tedeschi, Ray Tubbs, Scotty Patton, Jeff Tanaka, Todd Lazenby, Manny, I haven't forgotten him, and all the others. They made me look like I knew what I was doing, and I appreciate that very much. They were very loyal people. And I also, I think I can much smarter my assistants were than me, because you try to hire people that are smarter than you. And 4 of them went on to be head athletic trainers in the NBA and indoors, and 1 indoors in the National Hockey League. And that sure beats wearing 2 sets of long johns up in Green Bay in January in a very nasty, unpleasant situation. You and I have chosen a great profession as athletic trainers. And the athletic trainers working in the colleges and high schools really look up to you. And I suggest that you try to mingle with them, go to meetings where they are, and be a part of the greater athletic training profession if you can. Remember, the locker rooms in the high school smell just as bad after a game as they do in the NFL. So we're all in this together. Try again to get to the NATA if you can. We've got a Hall of Fame inductee this year in Indianapolis, and I know you love going to Indianapolis, so it's a great opportunity to go and see Rick Burkholder get his green jacket, and I'm sure that because of his Super Bowl bonus, he'll buy drinks for everybody. So, I hope to see you guys there. Remember, being in the NFL is a privilege. Don't get the big head and criticize the coaching or the administration. Just take care of the players. Also, don't make a mistake by telling the owner that you are too important to loan your courtesy car to his daughter if he asks you to do so. In the past, this actually happened to a great PFATS member who soon became a former PFATS member. But I hope to see as many of you as possible in Indianapolis to see Mr. Burkholder get his green jacket. He's the first PFATS inductee in over 10 years when Bill Tessendorf went in. About 10 or 11 years ago. One final comment. Let us not forget that we lost 3 really good NFL athletic trainers within a month's time in the Dallas area when Don Cochran, Larry Gardner, and Cash Birdwell, who had worked many years earlier with the LA Rams, passed away, all within a period of about 3 weeks. Again, thank you for this great honor.
Well, I think it's safe to say everyone in this room, myself included, have benefited from the success of these individuals, both on the field and off the field, in our personal lives and our professional lives. And we owe a lot to them, to these 3 members, and the newest inductees to the PFATS Hall of Fame. So another round of applause for them. Conversations with them before games, beers at the combine and whatnot. So I think athletic trainers in the room, young and especially the young ones and old ones, especially the youngest, spend some time with the people in this room. We learn from these individuals. We learn so much from them. And I think we have an amazing opportunity in this profession, in this society, to learn from each other. And I think the educational sharing component, yeah, we're competitive in the scores on the board, but bottom line is we're here to help each other. We're here to take care of the players. And we're here because PFATS cares. And I applaud that effort and that mindset. mindset and that mantra. So with that, I'd like to call President Engel up here for some closing remarks for the first annual PFATS honors.
All right, a couple of housekeeping items, or actually one housekeeping item. To our partners, before you guys leave this evening, please stop in the back of the room and see Tiffany, Phil, or Aaron to pick up your gift. On behalf of PFATS EC and the membership, we would like to thank the following. Reggie Scott, this is his vision, and I think it's a phenomenal event. Dr. Alan Sills, Leslie Weir, Emily Myers, Justin Marr, the PFATS Hall of Fame Committee, Gatorade, NFL Player Health and Safety, our partners, the PFATS Honors Committee, and obviously our loved ones. This concludes our inaugural PFATS Honors Ceremony. We have the room until 9 o'clock, so eat, drink, and be merry.